Hi everybody, welcome to Coffee with the Carbols. My name is Dawn Carbol and I'm here to talk to you today about the new rule changes in the real estate market. So as of June 15th, we have some new rules in effect and I wanted to go over them with you. So what that means is basically dual agency, the main thing is that dual agency is no longer in existence. So what that means is that realtors can no longer represent both a buyer and a seller in a single transaction, all right? So what does this mean to you? What it means to you is the realtor who lists a property for sale can no longer represent a buyer wanting to purchase that same property. Like I said, it's known as dual agency, so that is no longer happening. However, a buyer still may represent themselves, and that's called no agency when purchasing a home. But there are new disclosures explaining that in more detail, the effects of and the consequences of being a no agent in a transaction. And as realtors, we are to recommend that there are that might not be the best route for a client because there are potential risks that are associated with that. So we're going to outline those for you as well. Okay. So what's really important though is, let's take for example, you go into an open house. When you go into an open house, always remember that the listing agent is actually looking after their vendor, right? So they're representing their vendor. So as far as the law is concerned, it's our job to tell our vendors anything that we hear about the sale of their home. So as a buyer, you walking into the open house, and if you come without a realtor, it's really important that you don't give away any of your personal information to the listing agent, because we, by law, have to share that with the vendor, okay? So what that could potentially do if you want to purchase the home in the future is that could put you in a compromised position, okay? So that's really important. So the new rules outline, if you're interested in purchasing a property, try and just, the best thing to do is to just try and get yourself your own realtor, and then you don't have to worry as much about it. But if you do come without a realtor, don't disclose any of your personal information. And we as realtors are not to engage in that kind of a conversation with you, okay? So that's really important. And another thing too is make sure that if there are any disclosures that are given to you via the realtor, do read them carefully so you're very familiar and you have a full comprehension of what your position is and who the agent is representing. That's the most important thing, that we have full disclosure of who we're representing so there isn't any confusion. The second really important thing that's changing now too is regarding real estate fees. So a realtor is now expected to give you, when they list your property, usually they give you a percentage of how much the real estate fees are. Now it's their responsibility to actually give you a numeric breakdown, so not just as a percentage. Doug and I always give our clients both the percentage and the numeric figure, but a lot of realtors were just giving the percentage, so now this is mandatory. In addition to that, we are also to remind clients when they do receive an offer of exactly how much the real estate fees will be based on the offer that's given, okay? So that's really important too. And that way everybody's on the same page and you can work out your numbers and figure out whether or not you are willing to accept the offer or not, right? So these things are meant to protect the public so that everybody is aware of who's representing them and also aware of the costs associated with an offer. So those are the two main important things. There will be other specific things that come into play with these new rules, but those are things we're going to discuss as these new rules adapt and everyone gets sort of used to it. But for now, those are the things to remember. And I think that's everything for now. So be aware if you go to an open house, make sure to keep everything sort of mum's the word when you're around your listing agent, but I would recommend that you hire a buyer's agent and do tell them everything that you need to know, and then that way you have the buyer's agent working with the listing agent in terms of negotiating your deal. So important not to disclose anything to the other side, okay? Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. I'm stumbling through all of this because it's new to me too, but we'll get through it and we'll get used to all of these new changes, and I hope you have a wonderful Sunday. Take care.